Okay, we are here for a chef server triage with Lincoln, Mark, and Prajakta for the 25th of October. So let's get started. The first issue that we are going to look at today is 1418 status endpoint fails due to RabbitMQ. This is on 12.14.0.
Okay.
I wonder if it's something that would be fixed if this upgrade happens.
Yeah, we've done a lot of things to RabbitMQ since then. I'd be interested in one, whether or not if it fails in the current released version. And then, let's see, a lot of chatting.
Make the funnels. Is this a decent size for the window?
Yes.
Okay. Looks like disabling the management interface also removes the OCHF action component.
Okay, so does this go away if we turn off? Okay, is this still a thing? Have we done any fixes? Is I guess the first question. And I don't know if we've done anything that fixes it since 2017 or not. The second question I have is if does removing the action stuff?
So we tried removing actions and it gives some other errors.
Yeah, I think I'm wondering. Yeah, it gives some errors, but I'm wondering if it's basically we could complete the actions removal by cleaning it up out of the status point. How close we get to like fixing this?
Fair enough. I think there was a ticket open in the past for whether or not we wanted to add changes for the action queue, and that time we did a little bit of exploratory surgery and figured out that actions queue was no longer used for anything, and it might be a good thing to get rid of.
Yeah. I guess I don't know where we landed on like the sprint and what you're going to do for your release, but this would be getting rid of the action stuff might be a worthwhile cleanup. Just whether or not it means in this release.
Yeah, we do have a couple of things. So we Erlang 19 and Erlang 20 upgrade and LLAB fixes, and the relativity changes is sort of the focus for this release, the upcoming release by mid-November. But we're also trying to get in some quick fixes or quick cleanups or some small things that'll make life easier, and I can make a note of. This is one of them.
If there's bandwidth, it might be worth putting this in here just because it's the direction we want to head for sure.
Yeah.
And anything that removes moving parts is appealing to me.
Yeah, let me make a quick note. And that might fix it. So I'm gonna go with consider for next release. I'm going to say try reproducing with the latest update or with,
Yeah, it's worth seeing if it's already gone away.
yeah.
I have a suspicion. As I think through it, I bet you it's still a problem.
Yeah.
And it may still be I don't know. It may still be may still be an issue until we get all the way done with ripping our MQ out.
Yeah, I don't know if we are seeing something similar to that right now.
Yeah, it's worth trying to reproduce just to see. Yeah, I agree
we
with
would
that.
not have a rabbit MQ, right? Then maybe others. DVM, chef manage, chef backend. Or there's an.
It's an Earth Chef bug in some ways.
Do we have a chef?
We should.
Oh yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, the other issue here is you could just harden. I mean, the status URL returning a 500 is kind of a. It's something. I don't know what the 500 seems a little aggressive. You know, it feels like maybe we should return some other bad response if we're not getting everything working. That's a. I don't know. I can talk both ways on that one.
Okay. Do we want to make a note of anything? Test if this issue currently exists, and try to see if it exists after we get rid of actions. Might be the plan of action on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can repro it locally, and then see if it can. If once we repro it and we get rid of all the action stuff, if it still is an issue.
I'm gonna call this next actions. And too many yards there. Of the actions. Okay. The next one is forcing SSL on external Postgres. Breaks chef server install. We might have an in-house expert.
We might have an in-house expert. Also,
yeah.
We might actually have a fix.
No.
We have a pull request that might be related.
You want to just link this to this to the pull request that's in flight?
So just a second. I want to take a second to read on this. Forcing SSL connections for Postgres causes install to fail. Sorry, this bit is merged. You are actually right. So this fix is actually in. And yes, I can link it to the pull request. But
that's merged. Let's mark it as fixed as of whatever fixed in the release that we're doing, and fixed with this pull request should go out on the next release. And if there's still problems, well, reopen this.
Yeah.
Fixed it. You didn't even have to do anything.
I think it was this one.
I think it was that one. Can we look at that one? Should be closed. Okay, you're looking at closed.
Yeah, I think it is this one. Optionally use as established this, yes. So 1711. I don't want to commit to the release, but I can say a release, or he can actually pull it from the chef server current branch, right? If he wants to.
Yeah, it's on current, and should be unstable with the next. I mean, it'll be unstable with the next release.
Yeah, should be in current.
Yeah.
In the latest current, I'm gonna say, and link him to that.
Yeah, the fix is in the latest current.
Yes.
So it's nice to be able to answer things like this.
Yeah.
The fix is in.
Yes. Current release. And will be please reopen. Please. Is this okay? Can I close it?
Yeah, I'd close it. I like. This is the good way to close. Nice way to close an issue.
Yes, for sure it is. All right. Now if you see backup errors out, so the next one is 1371. Now if you see backup errors out with this,
Oh, is this a Red Hat 8?
I
No,
don't
RHEL
know.
6. Yeah. Actually, Red Hat 7 was when we really got a wave of these. Yeah, what Stephen Dana says in his next comment is kind of right where my head. When I see that : no PGA HBA conf for host : 1 at the header.
It's IPv6.
Yeah. So I think Red Hat 7 started doing this. Maybe 6 did it, but 7 for sure.
Okay.
The local host would resolve to the IPv6 loopback. And if you're not listening in IPv6, that meant things didn't work. And so I think we've done some fixes around this just to be able to ship on Red Hat.
What version was this? 12.8. Yeah, maybe worth trying.
We should. Yeah.
Maybe. This is a good test before the release as well.
Yeah, this might be a
good thing to test.
maybe worth looking. Yeah, we should try to repro this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little harsh because the fact that you loop back. I think a lot of what we ended up doing was removing loop back from essentially instead of localhost, we changed a lot of stuff to hard code the loopback IPv4 address, and so I think we probably have gotten past this bug, but we should
Verify. That's the truth.
verify. But I'm pretty sure we should be able to close this as fixed once we verify it.
Okay. Sorry, for the previous one, I forgot to remove the triage label. So for a second, I'm just going back there. So for this one, I'm going to say, try reproducing Cesar triage. This will be good to do for the next. It's a good, well, it's not an issue. It's just testing, but good for the next release. Next. What? Can I not read? Yes, I cannot read. Type. Bug, definitely. Component. Archive. Not really, but kind.
It's other, I would say. It's unless there's an EC backup.
No.
Well, is it?
Oh, sorry. We again.
Yeah, knife EC backup.
Well, also, I don't know if we usually like this is related to something that we know we have fixed, but like,
yeah,
is for knife EC backup, is this the right place?
yeah. Let's put. Yeah, that seems right. Yeah. Consider. Yeah, I don't know if it's consider for next release. Almost, we need something like status. We think we fixed it. We should
Correct.
check.
I'll put that as a comment because unless we start to find a lot of these, I'll add that as a comment in here.
Yeah, I think we fixed that some while back.
Be fixed in some of the versions. Do you think we can find out what version is it? In a later version. Also, like, I feel like there are two ways we could approach this. One is, please feel free to open if this exists. Like if you still see it. And the other way is, okay, we will test it out and then we'll let you know. But I feel like honestly, it might just be faster if someone who actually needs it tries to test it rather than us coming back to revisit testing this.
Yeah, I'd say I would leave that up to you. I don't have a strong opinion either way.
Okay, I will leave this open for now. Maybe once we do a second round through this, we can see what has happened till then.
Yeah.
Do you think we could find the version where this IPv6 change went out by chance?
It'd take a bit.
Okay. Yeah, we can add that as a comment later on.
Not in real time.
Please feel free to test it out and let us know if there is I feel terrible. Like I come here almost 2 years later and say, okay, you tested, it should be fixed, but I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think these are also very tricky to find.
Yeah, fair enough. Just, yeah. Yes, the reason we are doing this is to get better. So, okay. RabbitMQ restarts fail under nebulous firewall circumstances.
Oh boy.
Someday today, huh?
This nebulous.
Nebulous. I think this is missing a piece of documentation during recent upgrades to machines. Sorry, I was reading out aloud. $12.15.
Oh. Oh.
This is so well worded.
Yeah. This this reminds me of an issue that we hit with
Hey,
Optica.
look,
Hmm?
you have referenced this.
Oh dear.
And it's triage confirmed.
I'm wondering if this is the same issue that I just ran into. I
Yeah.
don't know. On
Uh,
Yeah, the thing is I read his very, very nicely written bug report. I think he might be experiencing a slightly different
different.
thing. So this is one of these weird Erlang networking trivia things that took some fun debugging. And we found this because people were standing up Chef on AWS boxes, and the VPN and internal IP stuff can be late in landing in those things. So you may be able to log on to the box, but you don't necessarily have the full network system configured till a little bit later. Or this especially happens when you're starting Chef Server from a starting script. So you're bootstrapping the instance and you're running this script. So you don't even necessarily have to log in. It's just the instance bootstrap script starts running install Chef Server. But what happens is that RabbitMQ fires up very early before the network is fully configured. And what happens is the Erlang networking stack grabs a bunch of stuff based on the network state and squirrels it off in a nets table, or I can't remember, but some sort of relatively persistent data structure, and um, never updates it. So basically, RabbitMQ gets stuck with a bogus idea of what the network looks like.
Oh,
And I'm going to need to find that exact trace. I think we might have a bug filed on it. it also might be an internal support ticket because this was the outcome of a very long customer call. So we might need to go, this rhymes. I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing, but it feels like it rhymes with this thing. Because if RabbitMQ starts up and they have the firewall rules set up wrong, it's going to get a bad idea of the network and never ever correct.
Yeah, and yeah, RabbitMQ is all, I find that it is sticky, like in that if it takes an error, like if it gets the wrong state of the system, it's very difficult to get it to flush that and get the new right state.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of that is, I'll have to find the table, but it's actually in Erlang networking. So this is one of those things that may change as your Erlang version changes. That's it. I have to remind myself. We've had enough different places over the years of where we keep our tickets.
Tickets, yes, unfortunately, you're very right.
It's not in.
Should I, meanwhile, say triage, try duplicating, try reproducing?
We should try to reproduce this. It's got to be a real. I mean, this is a hard one to reproduce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Boy, this may require some sophisticated search in Zendesk. Let's see.
I'm gonna go with aspect stability.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh shoot too.
I feel like we should have added something for component RabbitMQ.
Maybe we should.
Should I put this in others for now? Or just start RabbitMQ, component RabbitMQ, and
I would start a RabbitMQ component and assign homework to go back and look at other things and anything with a RabbitMQ, search some RabbitMQ stuff and mark it because let's see, so this would have been 2017 maybe. I'm guessing 2017 we got this ticket. I'm hunting for the ticket in Zendesk as opposed to Zen Hub. Just.
I'm not gonna say either of them is easier or better. All right.
Yeah, this one. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. This would have happened in early 27. Let's see. So we had. This is 2019. (2017 or 2016), I guess.
Status.
It was actually quite a fun debug. I remember it because it was actually quite a fun debugging call. I
was going to say, I'm amazed at the fact that you're able to remember.
Oh, it was
exactly
another one of those. It was an 8 or 9 hour epic call with a really sharp person on the other side, and we had a lot of fun with debugging this.
That's amazing.
Just remember, he has a strange definition of the word fun. So
I kind of like Mark's definition of fun, to be honest.
Well, it was one of those things where you pull in every silly trick in the interest of trying to get to the bottom of a problem, and you kind of feel like yeah, I have a tool bag for this. And I learned a few things from the uh, I learned a few tricks from the engineer I was working with. So customer, that was kind of part of the bonus.
That is really cool. I feel like I have to make a Rabbit MQ joke. Like the queue on Rabbit MQ is going to fill up very quickly. Sorry. I just laughed so much in my head. So I'm just doing this while you're looking up the issue.
More tabs. That's my problem.
It should be like me. I just have 4 tabs.
Uh-huh. In that browser.
Shh.
Yeah, I only have 4 tabs open in Safari. Don't ask me about Firefox. All right, I'm not finding this one. It might.
It's okay. I'll make a note of it for coming back and updating.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Chef Server on an AWS instance with complicated networking that was slow setting up. So, and I'm not a first class citizen in Zendesk. So, sorry, Zen Hub.
Don't get me started on ZenHub.
Yeah, no, Zendesk. Never mind.
Okay, let's move on. Bookshelf doesn't work with Amazon S3 in regions other than US East 1.
Let's just group that with the rest and say we have that on our to-do list.
Do we have May 20? I feel like I owe them an answer.
Honestly, I think we should close this with a note that we're tracking it and whatever. I mean, I think you have a new issue for this, right? Like an actual 1783. Is this, you have it's number 10, AWS Sig4. Yeah. I would say I would close this and say the fix is being worked on in 1783.
This issue is being tracked and we will start working on it shortly. Should I say closing this issue for now, or is it okay to just close it?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, nice words are good. Closing this issue in favor of or whatever.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. Excuse me. It's FAVOR here, right? It's not FAVOUR. Tomato, tomato.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get on someone for grammar here.
Does it seem related? 500 building a cookbook to knife. Bad request from S3. And it's about 8 days away from each other. Searching a solution, okay. AWS error. Connection closed. I feel like it's, yeah. So I'm going to close this with the same message.
This is what 1229.
Uh, 1783.
Okay. Yeah.
No?
I'm not sure this is the same problem.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure this out though. Okay, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
okay. So then I won't close this one just yet, and I will say to test after that fixes in. Or
Yeah, this
once
may
we're
or may we should Let's test this
ish.
again after. I don't know how to replicate this even. There's a table of like what version. Okay, so it could be a signing algorithm problem. In that the newer versions, the newer regions of AWS don't support the older signing algorithms. They just start at day one with the V4 signing algorithm. So it could be related to that. The fact that he tested in US East 1 is interesting. I think there might be I think there's a test for what, how we want to do, bring your, there's a S3 and RDS chef server configuration, kind of the bring your own DB to the extreme, that we may just need a test case for. I don't know what, I don't know enough to if it works if it works for them, if it's failing for them in US East 1, I feel like there's something more.
Okay. So I'll say it might be related to the one being tracked here. But we can test this out once that gets merged in to make sure if this is the same issue or if it is something else. Or
I guess it sounds like I think you said the idea the plan was to let's loop back around on this issue once we fix the signing stuff.
Yes, we will look like word feedback on this issue once is merged, closed, updated. What's the right word here?
Done.
Shh. Um, let's see. Triage, try reproducing. No. Oh yeah, it's on below. Type breaking change. Stability. Not really. Correctness.
It's somewhere between correctness and portability. I mean, I don't know. Correctness, or I'm not sure exactly what variety of the bring your own database chef servers we all support. In that, there is the bring your own database in AWS, which is Elasticsearch and some sort of managed Postgres. I think we do bookshelf storage on Postgres for those configs, but I'm not sure. And so, do we have that support a bring your own database plus S3? I think we do, but I don't know what our
Story is.
I don't know what our story is. Yeah, that quite there on what level of support we give to that. So it's like, did we not implement this feature because we just never quite, got there? The flip side of this, though, is, this is actually a lot, probably the way pretty close to, I think, the way we're running it and hosted. So it should work. So.
Status to be prioritized. Canceling chef server cuddle cleanse with external still acts on external sources. Oh, we are at 12:28. Do you want to take a look at this, or?
Oh, that's 12:10.
Sorry, I was talking about the time. Yes, the issue is 12:10. I was going to say we are almost at time. Did you want to take do you have time to take it?
One more, and then let's call it.
All right. Canceling chef server cuddle cleanse with external still.
Let's find out if we've fixed it.
Dear God.
Yeah, that's an ouch. That's not. That's embarrassing and painful.
Well, there. Okay.
Let's go delete your data.
Oh, this is not merged.
What is
this?
All right, so I think this is a research I think this should be. I think it's either impossible or low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And the only reason it's impossible is that we may have like not impossible, but it's I suspect we hit this can. It's just a matter of us cleaning this up and merging it in and seeing where it is. And I think I'd love to see this fixed because this is
Oh,
this feels like a thing that should be fixed.
sorry, has taken us so long to get back to you. The change. Ending. Should I say, we will take a look at it as soon as a time window opportunity priority presents.
We should work
I,
this into backlog planning and
yeah.
for I
Well,
I'm hoping it's low hanging.
God, this at so many times I have to just like stop the temptation to not do anything else but just fix these issues. We have made note to prioritize this.
Yeah. Is there a consider for next release? Like it's not a promise, but
yes, there is. There is a consider for next release, and there is also to be prioritized. I think I'll put both on this.
yeah. Yeah. Let's get this through the process a little bit there.
I'm gonna say triage confirmed since Mark already has created a pull request.
Yeah.
Aspect correctness. Oh, we added a lot of statuses on this. Size, either small or extra large.
Put a small on it for now, and
yeah,
I think it may be as simple as rebasing, or maybe even it may have even been rebased and merged separately.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of this to bring it up. All right. And that's a wrap.